Love on the Limb is a pretty good film and definitely a great message about supporting arboriculture. This was released in 2016. It's directed by Mel Damski, written by Erik Patterson and Jessica Scott, and it stars Ashley Williams as Aimie and Trevor Donovan as Kyle. And Aimie is very passionate about her community, about helping people, and particularly about this oak tree. It is a great symbol of the town. It means a lot to her. It means a lot to other people. But it's been ordered to be cut down. And of course, she doesn't want this to happen. And Kyle is the person who has been hired to do this. And Aimie initially obviously does not like him. But as the film progresses, they begin to warm to each other. And we have the romantic aspect. That part of it I really believed. I thought everything started off quite interestingly, actually, because when they first meet, Aimie doesn't realise that the mayor hired him for this job, so there's no tension between them. But then, of course, she finds out, and suddenly she's not a fan of him. And then things obviously progress at a much steadier rate, and it's really enjoyable, and that part of it I thought was very well done. Obviously, supporting this tree and what it means to people and what it means to the community is something that could make people stop and think about the trees around them, and that something like you may pass every day without even thinking about it could actually be so important to the community. And anything that supports looking after trees, conservation, anything to do with arboriculture, I think is a really great message. Obviously, there are times when trees do need to be cut down, such as if their roots are causing problems or if there's a chance that it's going to collapse and smash somebody's house up. But it's all about looking at the bigger picture and also appreciating things on a deeper level, which is exactly what we have here. And I really thoroughly enjoyed that part of the story too. It's quite unique in the sense that I've seen probably over 500 rom-coms at this point, and I don't think I've seen any that deal with a tree. There are similar ones that deal with plants and things, but in terms of an actual tree, not that comes to mind. So it's a relatively unique narrative, and I think with a beautiful message, and it does a really great job of delivering that, or several messages, in fact, with looking after trees, thinking about what's important to a community and what helps make a community, and enjoying the world around us on a deeper level rather than just being stuck to our phone screens all of the time. So a lot of things going on here, and with some likable characters as well. I think Aimie was generally a very likable protagonist, and even though we do have a potential antagonist in the form of Kyle, I feel like he was still a very likable character. And at the end of the day, we have to remember he was hired to do a job. He's not there threatening to chop down trees for the fun of it. He was hired, and people have jobs to do. So I really like the characters. I really like the narrative. The pacing is great. Great sense of community. Brilliant supporting cast. I loved it. If you're looking for a rom-com that you haven't seen and Love on a Limb sounds like it appeals to you, then I'd say it's definitely worth checking out. It may not be the most action-packed or eventful, but it's very heartfelt, very moving and thought-provoking, with some great characters along for the ride. So definitely ticks all of the boxes for me. If it sounds like it would for you too, then I'd say it's definitely worth checking out.